God. Hi, I'm Shikha from SageMind, and today I bring you another episode of Sage Sutra. In this video, we will be discussing another tool, and the tool is ever wished for that there was a quick, free, and simple way to collect responses, whether it is a feedback, registration. Let me introduce you to another tool. Early in one of our earlier videos, we had done a tool by the name of Typeform. It was a basic form generating tool, but in this video, we will be doing something known as Google Forms. Now, Google Forms is a very quick and easy way to gather the information. The interface is absolutely simple. And once I say simple, it means simple. It is a very basic tool with options of multiple choice questions, check boxes, small answers, big answers, what have you. Okay, so without further ado, let's quickly share the screen and uh, jump into designing a very basic form. For doing this, I will share my screen a bit. Okay, now here I have already signed in into Google. When you are doing Google Forms, then there are various browsers that you can use, but I prefer to use Chrome. Why? Because it's Chrome is also by Google, Google Forms is also by Google. The integration is fast, quick, simple. And the best part is that I can avoid once if I've signed in from in Google, I can avoid signing in into Google Forms. It will automatically pick up my credentials. If you see, I have already signed in. I'm already signed in. Okay, so there are two ways of going to Google Forms. One is apart from just beside my sign in picture, you will find this Google Apps. If you click on this and scroll down, you will find Google Forms. You click on it and you land up in the Forms page. Or the next method is just say forms.google.com and you land up here. This is the basic interface that the dashboard that you have. And since I have been working with Google Forms, it'll give me the forms that I have already created. So this is the forms that I have already created and have maintained. Some of the forms I have deleted. Uh, I'll tell you how to delete a form also once it is created and it's no longer serving you. And on the top, you will see certain templates that are there. You see a blank form and then there are certain templates. If you go to the template gallery, you will get a list of templates that are already there. Party invites, t-shirt signups, event registration, um, RSVP, contact information. These are pre-existing templates which gives you pre-populated fields. Okay. But since our agenda is to create a form from scratch, therefore I will just use blank form. Either I use blank form from here, or I use blank form from the main dashboard screen. So I click here, and it will automatically give me a form like this. This particular button, it acts like a home screen. If I click on this, it will take me back to the main screen, my dashboard. So I go in again. Next here, you will see untitled form. Now, this is the name of the form, and it also serves as the title of the form. Okay. So let's say if I change it from here, it will automatically change here. So let's say I say that testimonial form. So I said testimonial form SageMind. So here this is the name of the form that it will give, and here it is the title that it will give. Okay. Feedback, and here I will say feedback form. Feedback from clients form. Okay. Now, if you see here, if you click here or here, you will see bold, italics, underline. If you have a further description to give and you want it itemized, you can use itemized. Like, okay, so this will create. Now, if I say want to itemize it, I'll say, okay, I will create some contact information, and I will create I will collect the testimonial, and then I will say confidential. But whatever information that you will share with us will be strictly confidential. Okay. So this is your title, basic title. Okay. And below this, you will find that it has given me a sample question. Okay. So I click on this sample question. And in a testimonial, there are three basic informations that I need required. One is the name, one is the telephone number, and the other is the email address. So what I do is that I say name here. And as soon as I say name here, then it automatically selects that it is a short answer. If I say a short answer here, see, it'll say a paragraph. This is the long answer. Multiple choice, check boxes, drop downs, linear scale, multiple choice, grid check boxes, date, time, whatever. Okay. Now, what is this? We'll talk about this in a later um, option. But right now, it is a short answer that I want, and I say that this is a required field. Okay. Now, I can either say name, I can either add another text field from here. But since I want contact information and it should be a short answer, I just say copy. Oh, I'm sorry. I just say, yeah, I say copy. So here is the name, and here I say contact information, contact number, not information, contact number, to keep it simple. That, and here it's a short answer, it's a required field. Copy it again, and here say email address. Short enough? Okay. Now, after these are the three basic questions, and I want to insert a line here that this is your personal information. And then here I will insert a line that this is your testimonial information or feedback information. So what do? I go to the testimonial form, I click here, and then I just say insert a section header. Okay. Once I insert a section header, I say personal information here. Okay. And I simply say italics. This creates a section for me. Okay. So this is the first section. This is the second section. I come here and I create another section here. And in this, I say, how do you know us? And then I create oh, sorry. Let's create this also as this. How do you know us? Okay. And then you simply add another field. In this field, say that learn about SageMind? How did you learn about SageMind? And in this, I will give multiple checkboxes. In checkboxes, I will give through a friend, through YouTube, through Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Simple? Simple enough. I don't say the other option. I just, because these are the choices these are where SageMind is present, and therefore these are the choices that I give them. Okay. So this is how do you know us section. Once I finish with the how do I know us section, I will add the testimonial section. So insert it and just say testimonial section. And in the testimonial section, I add and I say, on the scale of 1 to 10, how has your experience been with us? Okay. Now, as soon as I said on the scale of 1 to 10, it automatically picked up linear scale. And that is exactly what I want. The lowest value is 1. The highest value I want 10. And the label I say that it has been a bad experience. And the 10th would be it is an excellent experience. And this is something that I require. Required field. Now, if you notice, then name has a star in front of it, contact number has a star in front of it, email has a star in front of it. How do you know about SageMind does not have a star in front of it? But on the scale of 1 to 10, it will have a star in front of it as soon as I say add. See, it has a star in front of it. Anything that is required will have a star in front of it. Okay, it will not allow me to skip. Okay. Then this is how it will look like bad to excellent on the scale of 1 to 10. Okay. Then I said, what services did you utilize? Okay. And instead of checkboxes, I'll say I will have a multiple choice. Here I will say personal growth, professional growth, coaching, growth. And here I will say other. And fourth wala option, I will delete. Coaching growth. If I say other, it will give me a space to fill what are the services for that particular person, apart from these services that I have listed, will give me. Okay. And then I add another, last one. I say, tell us how your experience has been with us. And since it is it is it is a it is a paragraph form, therefore I leave it as paragraph and I make it as required. Again, go back to utilize our services. This is also a required field. Okay, because this is a testimonial. Okay. So this is my basic form that got created. In this form, we utilized the short answers, we utilized checkboxes, we utilized a linear scale, and we utilized multiple choice and long answer. These are the things that we utilized. Now, here, let's say that there is a, I'll just cover this because I was speaking about this in the first question. This is inserting an image for the question. So if I say insert an image, it will allow me to insert an image from either upload webcam URL photos. It will give me a selection of photos. Okay. Now I can have any selection of photos that I want from here. It will show my collection of photos. I just select one and I say insert. So what will happen is that it will load that particular image for this question. I repeat, this will be for only for this question. It will not be for the, can I have a photograph here, a image here to begin with, and which will just say testimonial, or which will just say, it will just say sage or whatever it is. I can have that also. So for that, what do I need to do? I can go here and insert an image here after this. Again, I can go to photos, and I can, for the sake of this, I can utilize one of the photos. I should have another photo here of Sage Mind. Okay, just one sec. Let me utilize one of the flowers only. Okay, let's say I want this, and I say insert. So here you go. You can give a title to this. It's optional. I choose not to give a title. This is one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is, if you notice, this has a purple background, light purple background, and a deep purple bar. So what I can do is I can go to themes, and in this themes, I can select the header, the question, and the text font type, and the font size. So I can here, let's say I say Courier New. And for questions, I say I want Montserrat. See, it has changed it. It has changed the font. From purple, let's say I want to select green. Fine. And background, I want to make it lighter, a little bit lighter. So see, it gives you a choice. You can also add a custom color. So this is themes. Now, once I have created this form and I want to see how it looks, then what do? I just say preview. Look at this button here. I just say preview. And this is how your form looks like. Since I have divided it into sections, kahan gaya? Questions. So click next. So here, when I click next, because all these are required, will it allow me? No, it doesn't allow me. I have to fill the form. Okay, before it allows me. Now, what is this message that you see? The message you see is that I have not yet published the form. Okay, so let's go back and see what happens. What do I need to do to publish the form? Of course, this is redo and undo. Okay, whatever you are going to, it's like, erasing, undoing my work a little bit. Now, for this, I just say publish. For publishing my form, I will just say publish. When I say publish, please ensure that you are saying that anybody can use this form if I give the link of this form to anybody. If I click on manage, then it says that this who I can just select myself. That if I'm developing a form and I don't want anybody to access, then I'll say I can only manage and view this form right now. Or any editor. I can have Deepa as the editor and say it is restricted for her, or she has a full right editor view. Or a responder. They cannot edit the form but only respond to the form by using the link. They don't have restricted access. They will have full access to fill in the answers. So anyone with the link can respond to this. Okay. Then I say publish the form to accept responses. The error that you saw, this is what it is, that I did not publish the form. So I say done, publish. Once I say publish, what happens is that it publishes, it converts it to something like this. Published. Now, where do I get the link from? How do I share it that this is the link? You see this button here, link? Just click on this. It gives you a long URL. You can just say shorten the URL and then say copy the URL. It'll copy it to the clipboard. So once it copies it to the clipboard, then what I can do is that since I don't have anybody with whom I can share, so what I can do is right now, I just use the URL and hit enter. It'll load the form for me. Once it loads the form for me, then let's fill in some answers. I can go to next, then I say Shikha Day. Then I say contact number is, and my email address is. Okay, let's say I say then I say next. How did you learn Sage from let's say through a friend, and I through LinkedIn, multiple choice. Okay. Then I say next. On the scale of 1 to 10, how has your experience been with this? मैं तो खुश हूं, मेरे को सेज माइंड अच्छा लगा, मैं 10 दूंगी. ठीक है. What did I utilize Sage Mind for? Other. I'm the founder, bhai. So I'll just say founder. Okay. Okay. See, the photograph appears. And tell us anything about yourself. This is me. Joy and sunshine. Okay. And then I say submit. As soon as I say submit, then it tells me your response has been recorded. I can submit another response here if I choose to. But how do I see the response that has been recorded? Okay. So what do? I go back to the testimonials. If you see, what we did not discuss was that we were in the questions format. Now, since I have responded, you see a responses section. Go to the responses section. Since only it will give you some analytics for the responses without telling you that what the responses actually were. It's a summary data hai. If I go to questions, it will just publish the questions for me. I go to individuals. Since it is one of one, it will show me the entire testimonial that I had published. Okay. If you have two, so you can just click through 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, having said this, you can view the testimonials from Google Forms itself, or you can download it in the CSV format, or you can print them. If I say download in the CSV format, then it will simply download in the CSV format. See, downloaded testimonial from SageMind, done. If I go to the download section here, testimonials from SageMind.csv, testimonial from SageMind. See, you have the questions, you have the information, and you have the responses. This is how you create a very simple form and record the answers and view the answers. This brings me to the end of this short video. If this video has lent any value to you, then hit that like button. And for the next tutorial on Google Forms or Typeform, hit that subscribe button so that you get intimated whenever we post a new video either on Google Form or Typeform. Thank you very much for listening to me. Have a good day ahead.